Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Mrs. Tanzila Asim, lecturer mathematics KMCG. The topic we are going to discuss today is complex numbers. A complex number consists of a real part and an imaginary part. As you can see, a complex number is represented as a plus b iota, where a is the real part and b is its imaginary part, as iota is present here with b. And what is iota? Iota is equal to under root minus 1. And that is basically the origin of the complex numbers. In fact, when people used to deal with the numbers, and when they came with the situation that there is a negative sign in the radical, then they came, how can we solve it? So the mathematicians then invented the new number system, which are the complex numbers, in which iota is the representation of under root minus 1. So if we square on both sides, it becomes iota square is equals to minus 1. So a complex number is represented as a plus b iota, where a and b are themselves real numbers, and b becomes the imaginary part of this complex number, where a is its real part. The basic imaginary unit is iota. As I have already told you, iota is equals to under root minus 1 and iota square is equals to minus 1. So a complex number is any number that can be written in the form a plus b iota, where a and b are real numbers, a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. How can locate a complex number? Suppose we are having 6, which means 6 plus 6 iota. The first element, the first coordinate, the value of x denotes the real part of a complex number, and the value of ordinate, the value of y, denotes the imaginary part of a complex number. So this 6 means 6 plus 6 iota. Now we consider this complex plane. Here on x-axis we take it to be real axis. We consider the real values on the horizontal axis, and the vertical axis is called the imaginary axis. So the first 6 we have located over here on the real axis, and the second 6 we have taken on the imaginary axis. Now look at the location of a plus b iota, where a is the x component, the real dimension, and b is the y component, and it is the imaginary dimension. Now comes conjugate of our complex numbers. It is very interesting. Let us, given a complex number a plus b iota, then its conjugate will be a minus b iota. We'll just change the sign of the imaginary part and it becomes the conjugate of the complex numbers. So if we are having a number a minus b iota, then its conjugate will be a plus b iota. Now look at the numbers which are complex conjugates of each other. Complex conjugates are a pair of complex numbers of the form a plus b iota and a minus b iota, where a and b are themselves real numbers. The product of a complex conjugate pair is a positive real number, and it comes always. You can see it as a plus b iota into a minus b iota. If we multiply these two, it becomes a square minus ab iota plus ab iota minus b square iota square. Plus ab iota minus ab iota will cancel each other, We know that the value of iota square is equals to -1 and it becomes a square plus b square. As you can see, there is no term involving iota, so we can see that this number is a real number. Now look at complex conjugates. Let us suppose a complex number is 3 plus 2 iota. Yes, its conjugate is 3 minus 2 iota. And if a number is -3 plus 5 iota, its conjugate will be -3 minus 5 iota. As I have already told you that only we change the sign of the imaginary part of the complex numbers. The real part will remain the same. As it is +3 over here, it has remained +3. It was -3 over here and it has remained -3. Only the sign of the imaginary part is changed. Again, let's suppose z is a complex number in terms of x plus iota y, where x is its abscissa, the real part, and y is imaginary part. What will be its conjugate? Yes, its conjugate is denoted by z bar, and this is equal to zx minus iota y, where x will remain the same, the real part will remain the same, and we will change the sign of the imaginary part. Now comes properties of our complex number. Addition. How can we add two complex numbers? Let us suppose a plus b iota and c plus d iota are two complex numbers. We can add them in a manner that the real two parts will be added plus the two imaginary parts will be added. It will become a plus c plus b plus d iota. There must come a positive sign, plus b plus d iota. And how to multiply them? If we are having two complex numbers, a plus b iota and c plus d iota, these can be multiplied in a manner ac minus bd plus iota times ad plus bc. So this is the formula for the multiplication. Well, a plus b iota into c plus d iota. If we multiply these two, iota square will become -1 and it will be ac minus bd plus bc plus ad iota. Look, the two examples are given. A plus b iota plus c plus d iota. Here a is 2, b is 4, c is 3, d is 5. We can directly put in the formula AC minus BD. 2 into 3 minus 4 into 5. 2 into 3, 6, minus 4 into 5, 20. 6 minus 20 is minus 14. Now, BC plus AD. B into C, 4 into 3, 12, plus 2 into 5, 10. So, 12 plus 10 becomes 22. It is 22 minus 14 plus 22 iota. Or you can multiply them horizontally as we have done over here. If you are given two complex numbers, you can simply multiply them horizontally, then putting minus sign instead of iota square, and you will get your answer. Now, very interesting and important is division of two complex numbers. How can we divide? First step, write your question in fraction form as we are dividing. So put them in fraction form. Multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the complex number which is present in the denominator. As you can see in the example, we are having 5 minus 3 iota in the denominator. So we will multiply and divide with the conjugate of this complex numbers. So the given complex number in the denominator is 5 minus 3 iota. And what have we done? We have multiplied and divided by its conjugate. Now what to do? The two numbers in the numerator will multiply with each other. by usual multiplication, and the two numbers in the denominator will be multiplied with each other by using formula a minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square. So instead of iota square, we will write -1, and the number in the denominator will be 34. And after simplification, the complex number is 14 by 34 plus 22 by 34. After further cancellation, it is 7 by 17 plus 11 by 17 iota. And if we have been asked to separate its real and imaginary parts, then its real part will be 7 over 17 and its imaginary part will be 11 over 17. Another example of division: divide 4 minus 3 iota over 4 plus 3 iota. So what to do? Dividing and multiplying with the conjugate of 4 plus 3 iota. Multiply the two numbers in the numerator and the two complex numbers in the denominator. After multiplication, we get 7 over 25 minus 24 over 25 iota. Similarly, if we are having this division 5 over 3 plus under root minus 5, we know that under root minus 1 is equals to iota. So we can write it as 5 over 3 plus under root 5 iota. So multiplying and dividing with its conjugate is 3 minus iota under root 5 over 3 minus iota under root 5. Multiplying the two numerators and the two denominators, we have got, after simplification, 15 over 14 minus iota times 5 under root 5 over 14. Well, another example of division: 4 plus 2 iota over 3 minus iota. Dividing and multiplying with the conjugate of 3 minus iota, and then multiplying the two numerators and multiplying the two denominators, we have got with 10 over 10 plus 10 over 10 iota, and after cancellation, the answer is 1 plus iota. So you can see, dividing the two complex numbers, the answer is 1 plus iota. Now, very much interesting and important is the multiplicative inverse of a complex number. Let us suppose that we are having a complex number z, then its multiplicative inverse will be z raised to power minus 1, or multiplicative inverse of z is equal to 1 over z. So, suppose that we are having the multiplicative inverse of minus iota. It will be 1 over minus iota, and we will simplify it by multiplying and dividing with the conjugate of the number present in the denominator. As the number in the denominator is minus iota, or we can say it is 0 minus iota, so multiplying and dividing with 0 plus iota, which is only iota, multiplying and dividing with iota, and after simplification and putting iota square is equals to minus 1, the answer is positive iota. So we have come to know that multiplicative inverse of minus iota is plus iota. Let's have another example. The multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3 iota. We have to find the multiplicative inverse of this z. Z is basically a complex number, notation for a complex number. So multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3 iota is equals to 1 over 2 minus 3 iota. So rationalizing or multiplying or dividing with the conjugate of 2 minus 3 iota, we have got it. And by using formula a minus b into a plus b is equals to a square minus b square, we have got it. And after simplification, you will find out its multiplicative inverse. You will put iota square is equals to minus 1, and it will become 4 plus 9, and 4 plus 9 is 13, and the final answer will be 2 over 13 plus 3 over 13 iota. And now this is your task to complete it yourself. Another example for finding multiplicative inverse of under root 5 plus 3 iota. So its multiplicative inverse will be 1 over under root 5 plus 3 iota. And how will we do its simplification? Yes, now you have come to know by multiplying and dividing with its conjugate, and after simplification you will got the multiplicative inverse of this under root 5 plus 3 iota. Well, going to solve some questions from the exercise number 1.2, question number 4. We have to simplify iota raised to power 9. We know that iota square is equals to -1. So find out the multiples of 2. As 9 is not a multiple of 2, but we know that the nearest number is 8, which is a multiple of 2. So we can write iota raised to power 9 to be iota raised to power 8 plus 1. Bases are same, powers will be added. Powers are added, these can be split out with the same base. So iota raised to power 8 plus 9, 8 plus 1 can be written as iota raised to power 8 into iota raised to power 1. Now iota raised to power 8 can be written as iota square whole power 4, as 2 into 4 is 8. Instead of iota square, we will write -1. -1 raised to power 4. As 4 is an even number, it will be +1. And the answer will be iota. Hence, iota raised to power 9 is equals to iota. Look at the second part. Iota raised to power 14. As 14 is a multiple of 2, so iota 2, iota square raised to power 7. So we know that iota square is equals to -1, and -1 having an odd power, its answer will be -1. Now look at part number 4. -1 raised to power -21 by 2. Well, we know that iota square is equals to -1. So we will write iota square instead of -1. Well, and it is having power 1 by 2 whole power -21. I have taken -21 common and it is power 1 by 2. -1 is iota square. 2 and 2 will cancel each other and it will left iota raised to power -21. If we want to make -21 positive, we can write it as 1 over iota raised to power 21. 21 can be written as iota raised to power 20 into iota, because 2 into 10 is 20 and iota square is equals to -1. -1 having an even power becomes 1 and we are left with 1 over iota. Now multiplying and dividing by iota, we have become iota over iota square, and instead of iota square I have put -1 and the final answer is -iota. Now comes to question number 5 of the exercise. Write in terms of iota. As I have already told you that under root -1 is equals to iota, so it can be written b iota. Under root -1 can be written as iota, so it will be iota under root 5. Under root -1 will become iota, and under root 16 by 25 will become 4 by 5 iota. Similarly, it will become 1 over under root 4 iota, that is 1 by 2 iota. Part number 4, how we have split it, how we will solve it. We'll put some steps over here. We will first write it as, then we will separate under root -1. Instead of under root -1, we will write iota, and it will be 1 over 2 iota, and you can multiply, divide with iota and you will get your answer then. Now question number 15 is to factorize the following. As you know that we have a formula a square minus b square is equals to a minus b into a plus b. But for the application of the formula, we must have negative sign between the two terms. So what we have done here, look, we have written this positive sign as minus into -1. And we know that The value of iota square is -1. So instead of -1, I have put iota square over here. Now the situation is so interesting. It has become a square minus 2b iota whole square. And now we can apply the formula x square minus y square is equals to x minus y into x plus y. So applying the formula, we have got the factors. Similarly, you will write this plus is into minus 1. And the two factors will be 3a whole square minus 4b iota whole square, and then you can apply the formula and you can factorize. Third part, that is 3x square plus 3y square. You can see 3 is common. As 3 is not a complete square, we have taken it common. This positive sign can be written as minus into -1. Instead of -1, I have written iota square. And now going to apply the formula a square minus b square is equals to a plus b into a minus b. And these are the three factors, as the question was to factorize it. Now time for your homework. Your homework is to solve exercise number 1.2 from question number 5 to question number 15. But question number 13 is not included. We will solve question number 13 later in our next lecture. Thank you so much and have a good day.